Brace yourself for a journey into the unknown, where the truth is often stranger than fiction, and reality is weird as fuck. Flames, silence, a capsule filled with smoke. 3 astronauts gone in seconds. Officially, it was a tragic accident. But when you dig into the story of Apollo 1, things start to smell like burnt wiring and bureaucratic bullshit. January 27, 1967, Cape Kennedy, veteran astronaut Gus Grissom, along with Ed White and Roger Chaffee, climbed into the Apollo 1 command module for what should have been a routine plugs-out test. A simulation with no fuel, no flight, and no danger.
Hey! Let's go fire the capsule. Please, a bad fire!
Minutes later, the capsule exploded in flames. They were locked in. The oxygen-rich environment fed the fire. The hatch wouldn't open. It took 5 minutes to break in. By then, all 3 were already dead. But this wasn't just a tragic accident. Gus Grissom had been warning anyone who'd listen. Apollo wasn't ready. He nicknamed the command module a bucket of bolts. He hung a lemon from a simulator to mock its failures. He openly criticized North American Aviation, the company behind the spacecraft's design. And just days before the fire, he told his wife Betty, "If there is ever a serious accident in the space program, it's likely to be me." This wasn't paranoia. It was frustration. Grissom had seen corners cut, warnings ignored, and systems that malfunctioned repeatedly. He'd almost died once already, when the hatch on his Mercury capsule unexpectedly blew open. NASA's official report blamed an electrical spark inside the pure oxygen environment of the capsule. Faulty wiring, flammable materials, bad design, all true, but none of it explained why 3 elite astronauts were sent into a fire trap. So, was it incompetence or sabotage? Some theorists point to Grissom's outspokenness. Was he too loud? Too critical? Was someone in the chain of command afraid he might expose deeper problems? Others suggest intelligence agencies had a hand in it, shutting up a liability just as the space race with the Soviets hit its peak. NASA was under pressure. The Cold War had put the space program in the spotlight, and the Apollo mission was years and billions behind schedule. Grissom was becoming a problem, a delay, a potential whistleblower. In the wake of Apollo 1, investigations were launched, contractors fired, and the program rebooted. Public sympathy soared. Congress rallied around funding. The deaths, while tragic, had the strange effect of reinvigorating the program. By 1969, America had landed on the moon. But the cost? 3 lives, and maybe something more. What makes this story even more chilling are the deaths that followed. In the months after Apollo 1, several individuals connected to NASA or the investigation died under questionable circumstances. Thomas Barron, a safety inspector at North American Aviation, was one of the loudest voices blaming systemic issues. He compiled a 500-page report on Apollo safety failures. A week after testifying before Congress, he was found dead, along with his wife and stepdaughter, in a car that had been struck by a train, officially ruled an accident. But the full report he wrote never made public. Unnamed contractors and engineers reportedly left the program under duress, some claiming surveillance and intimidation. A few later died in what were described as natural causes or accidents, though their names remain largely buried. Was it just coincidence? Or was a deeper purge happening behind the scenes to silence dissent and protect billions in funding? No criminal charges, no sabotage officially acknowledged. But Betty Grissom never stopped fighting. She won a wrongful death lawsuit, the first ever against the US space program. And over the years, whistleblowers, insiders, and theorists have kept the flame of suspicion burning. Some claim documents remain classified. Others say NASA's culture of silence persists to this day. Did the Apollo 1 crew die because of a tragic technical oversight? Or because one man spoke too loudly in a room full of secrets? Sabotage, silence, or just a sacrifice to save the moon landing program? Whatever it was utterly weird as fuck.